What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K24 video, and today's kind of be a little bit different video than we've done in the past. You know, I've showed you guys a lot of different builds and face creations and different things like that, and you know, thanks to the support you guys have been showing to the channel, you know, we've been able to fill up all 10 of our build spots here. We actually deleted a couple of the builds that we had made earlier in the year just because we kind of remade similar builds and they just weren't viable. And you know, trying to keep all the videos and the content going for you guys. Like I said, I really appreciate all the support you guys have been showing. You know, while we're on that topic, don't forget to drop a like for your boy on this video and subscribe if you're new. You know, definitely appreciate you. Check out some of the other videos that we've done. I'm going to leave some cards to the face creations and the different builds that we've made along the way in NBA 2K24, but I thought, why not take each one of these builds, you know, all the way from the 5'11 slasher with contact dunks up to the 7'3" Victor Wembanyama build, you know, that we did earlier in the year. Take them all to the 1v1 court, you know, try to catch a W on each of them. You know, I thought that would be a lot of fun. You know, I'm going to show you guys the builds where they're at real quick. I'll show you animations and jump shots for each of them. Just it's kind of a little intro to each one of them. You know, let me know down below which one you guys feel is the best build. You know, which one maybe I played the best on. What's your favorite build for NBA 2K24? You know, some of those different things. You know, you're gonna see the good, bad, the ugly. You know, like I mentioned, just kind of an average dude, plays the game. I'm not flashy. You know, I'm not Steezo. I'm not Joe Nose. You know, I'm not Bear to Beast. You know, any of those, you know, competitive, flashy type of guys. You know, so you're gonna see the good, the bad, the ugly. Hopefully you get a laugh or two along the way at some of the gameplay as well. I definitely had a lot of fun making the video. Like I said, something different. So without further ado, let's get into build number one. Don't forget to drop a like I said, subscribe if you're new. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Alright, so here we go. Build number one is going to be my 5'11" floor spacing slasher. If you guys remember this build, I made it a while back. I made it as Nate Robinson, but as you can see at 5'11", we have an 89 driving dunk, so we do get the pro contact dunks off of 1 and 2. And with that 85 vertical, we also get the small contact dunk animations as well. Still got pretty solid shooting on it. One thing I probably screwed up if I was going to go back and remake this was to put a 93 ball on it. I only put an 89. You can see the playmaking is pretty solid, and then the defense is really solid too, being 5'11". The interior, the block, and the defensive rebound is super cheap on this build, so I went ahead and maxed it out just so I wasn't quite as a liability. You know, this build being 5'11", plays pretty solid defense, and then you can see the physicals are really good as well. I'll show you the animations real quick because I'm sure you guys are going to ask for those. These are the animations that I'm running. If you want to screenshot that, take a look at it, whatever. And then, like I said, I don't have the Steph Curry base, but this is the jump shot I'm using right now, the Jalen Brunson base with Terrence Mann and Steph Curry. Let's head over to the 1v1 court and get into this first gameplay. Alright, let's go ahead and get into build number one. As I mentioned, this is going to be my 5'11". I don't know what we would call it. I made it originally like Nate Robinson. We'll call it, you know, Wisco, maybe because I'm from Wisconsin. I don't know. But I kind of made this build just as something to have some fun on earlier in the year. And, you know, being 5'11", the shortest build that gets all of the contact dunks. Not, you know, you can get 87, you can get them off at 2, but I wanted a build that could get, you know, all the contact dunks and everything like that. As you see, we do a little crossover, we get to the hoop, and initially we get blocked. So we're back at it here. We get the ball. Try to pull up from 3, clank. Not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the theater timing. After I playing so much rec and then jump on some of these other builds, I definitely struggle early on in a lot of these games, just trying to adjust to the timing and then obviously the different builds and everything like that. As you can see, 5'11", he starts to abuse me, running into the paint here, and then not a lot's gonna happen, so we're gonna fast forward real quick and get through some of this. I'm gonna try not to bore you guys too much with some of the, you know, the downtime during some of these games, but we got the ball back here, and now you know what we're going to do. Get in the rim, little boy. We're going to try to use that dunk meter and abuse some of these contact dunks as much as we can. I know on this build, that's what you guys came to see. You didn't come to hear me, you know, brick a bunch of threes and do that. You guys came to see me, you know, cook up a little bit and then go to the paint and, well, you know, yeah. So anyway, we're back on the defensive side of things. He takes a, you know, open shot there, completely bricks it. We snag the boards. You can see the bronze rebound chaser popping up. We do have that 60 defensive rebound, but we go straight back to the meter dunk, get another quick 2. At this point, we're down 5-4 in this game, but as you can see, we're going to start looking at that dunk meter a little bit more as we brick another 3. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's just stop shooting. We get a little rip here. We go to the rim. Another contact dunk animation. Like I said, that's what's really fun about this build. Having the 89 driving dunk as opposed to just the 87 is that you do get the pro contact dunks off of not just 2 but off of 1, and you get the small contact dunks as well. As you see, we do a little bit of back and forth here, and I'm like just gonna speed this up and get through this here. We get the rebound, you know, we try to get in, we try to do some meter dunk. We're just not having any luck here, so now we're back at it here. Score is still 8-5. We do a little snatch back crossover, another meter dunk, green it. You can see that green window, even being 5'11", having a ton of fun on this. If you guys remember back, if you Dignify did a build series where a video where we did all under 6 foot builds in the rec. I think I played the 4, maybe some 5 even a little bit in that gameplay. So, you know, definitely held its own, had a lot of fun on it. But as you can see, we get a little step back. Finally, we are able to green a 3-ball. But like I said, I didn't come here to shoot a bunch of 3s on this build, even though the build does have, like I said, an 89 3-ball on it. We do a little behind the back, get to the rim. Look at the size of the green window on that contact dunk, but we get a nice little contact dunk animation here. At this point, it's 15-5. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm just going to stop shooting the 3-ball. You know, I'm going to step back, try to get to the rim, abuse the contact dunks. We get a little quick crossover. We didn't get the meter dunk there, but I tried to pull off the meter dunk. It gave me a regular one for whatever reason, but we get the little hezzy. We get another little hezzy tween, cross, step back, get the little boost to the rim, and get another contact dunk animation. I know that's what you guys came to see on this build, the 5'11" demigod dunking build, whatever you want to call it. But it's 19-5 at this point, and I know how we want to end it. We want to end it with a contact dunk, and boom, we get win number 1 on the 5'11" slashing demigod build. So let's head over and check out build number 2. All right, next up we have our 6'6" build that we made a while back, the 2-way inside-out scorer. I originally made him as Ant Edwards. Right now I got him looking like Jaylen Brown as we head into the NBA Finals. I thought it'd be a pretty good setup for a Jaylen Brown type of a build. You can see we got the 70 layup right now currently, 94 driving dunk, so we get all of the contact dunk animations. Really solid on the shooting. We have the 87 3-ball. You know, pretty solid Jaylen Brown, I would say, comparison there. We get the T-Mac base. Playmaking is solid, you know, not super great ball handle. You know, it's 76, so you get some decent animations and everything. Speed with ball 75. And then the defense is really solid on this one as well. You can see we don't have our rebounding up on this one, but I didn't initially make it. I made it more of as like a rec build to play with some buddies, and the rebounding wasn't needed at the time. And then you can see the physicals are pretty solid here. Again, I'm just going to show you the animations real quick if you guys want to see. These are the animations that I'm using currently on this build, and then the jump shot that I'm using is currently the Tracy McGrady base with the Troy Brown Jr. and the KCP releases. There's the jump shot. Let's get into gameplay number 2. All right, on to game number 2. We're on the 6'6" build. You guys remember this one from a while back. This was my Anthony Edwards build. I figured because it was getting NBA Finals time, and the stats really suited a Jaylen Brown type of a build, so we went ahead and made this one Jaylen Brown. This was going to be the quickest game of them all right here. I'm not going to lie, I kind of felt sorry for this kid. We get a little step back here. We decided to knock down the 3, not playing any defense. 87 3-ball, 94 driving dunk. Has some defense, a little bit of ball handle. This build is a ton of fun, but this dude was just it was a little kid, man. I was in game chat after we were done talking to him. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I was just trying to get a quick W. As we see, we get catch a quick body there with the 94 driving dunk. We get the contact dunk animation. This kid was going wild in game chat. I really wish I would have had the audio on this. He was like, what is this build? This is a little demigod build. I can't guard this. What do you want me to do? Like, almost like he was complaining to his mom or something. I don't know. I swear, I did apologize to this kid. I felt so bad. Anyway, you see we got a quick 9-0 lead. We're halfway through this. We get a little step back here. Spot up. Boom. Hit the 3. Again, 87 3-ball. We got that T-Mac base on this build. You know, it's not quite like the status quo build with the 92 3-ball, 94 driving dunk like you see a lot of the 6'6" builds. That one right there, that's my favorite contact dunk in this game. Right there with the 94 driving dunk, we catch the little body down low. We have a nice 14-0 lead. We get a little crossover, same thing, and it falls in. Oh my god, he was going wild after that one. Again, I had to apologize to this kid. I'm so sorry, little dude. But that was nasty. A little step back there. We knocked down another 3. This one's already 19-0. You know there's only one way to finish this one off. You know what we're gonna do here. Size them up a little bit, trying to see if we can sag back in the paint. I want to put up the finishing takeover on, trying to get a nice little contact dunk animation on it. We get the meter dunk, finish it off. Again, short, sweet. I love the build. A lot of fun on this one. Sorry to you, my little guy, but on to build number 3. All right, moving on to the next build. We have our 6'6" ball hawk build. This is one of the more recent builds that I've made. I've been having a ton of fun on this build, actually. You can see the stats here, a couple of changes we made. It's very similar in a lot of aspects to the last build that I just showed you, but we went with a 90 driving dunk instead of an 84. Still get plenty of contact dunk animations. And then we went 87 mid-range on this one instead of the 3-ball, so we could still get the T-Mac base. As you can see, we have currently the 78 3-ball. Animations you're going to get here, not spectacular, but you're going to get like the pro animations and all the basics that you're going to want on the playmaking side. And then one thing we did different here, we went 85 on the perimeter and 95 on the steal to be able to get that, gold right stick ripper, Hall of Fame right stick ripper, whatever it is. 95 steal, Hall of Fame interceptor, that's what I was looking for. And then we put the 68 block on there for the chase downs. No rebounding really on this one. You can see the physicals are going to be solid as well. The animations, like I was just talking about with that 70 ball control, you can see you still get a lot of the Jimmy Butler, Jamal Murray pro animations and everything like that. So, not too bad there. And then same type of jumper I've been using. You can probably see this jump shot a lot. The Tracy McGrady base, Troy Brown Jr., KCP. There's the blend. Let's get into the ball hawk gameplay. Let's head over to the 1v1 court. Alright, so next up we're going to have the Derek White build. It's going to be my ball hawk build, Alex Caruso, whatever you'd like to call it. It's going to be similar in a sense to the Jaylen Brown builds, because it's still got the contact dunks on it. The thing we did on this one is we flipped the mid-range and the 3-ball. So this one has an 87 mid-range instead of the 87 3-ball. On the defensive side of things, it's got the 95 steal for the Hall of Fame interceptor, and then it's got the gold right stick ripper and the gold glove on it. The ball handle and the speed with ball are only a 70, so not quite as solid as the other one, but you see we're able to still knock it down here. One thing I'm going to do different with this Derek White build and then with the Penny Hardaway build too, I'm going to do a little bit more live commentary. As you see, I don't know if is he already going to give up on us? It's 5-3, my guy. Could try to do some live commentary rather than the regular voiceover. Yeah, he's pretty much given up at this point, I think. Oh, no, he's back. Alright, cool. Step back. The heck was that? Come on, JD. We're better than that. But like I said, we're going to do the live com. This build 6'6", again, ton of fun. A little more defensive oriented maybe than the Jaylen Brown build. Has that 95 steal on it. Still solid perimeter defense. Only got the 85 on there. Still has contact dunks, 87 mid-range, so you still get the T-Mac base. And then again with this 70 ball handle and everything, you still get the pro dribble moves and everything, but you get the 94 or the 89 driving dunks. So we still get contact dunks on this build, which does make it a lot of fun. So when you do get that rip or the interceptor on the other side, you're able to get down the the lane and boom, knock it home. Just to ensure that bucket. A lot of fun this build is in the rec, being able to play the lanes. Not going to be able to see as much of that here playing on the 1v1. Like I said, this guy's all but kind of giving up here. See if we can get a little midi fade on him. Alright, so now we're going to play some defense here. We'll see if we can't get a little... Ooh, we got the rip, but we knocked it out of bounds. You saw gold glove just pop up there. That would have been a nice clean animation. We're able to actually get... That was our ball. That was off him. Alright, cool. Bet. See if we can't get a little floater on him. Ugh. Again, this one's got a pretty low layup. I haven't upgraded anything on it here. He's gonna sit under the hoop. Let's see if we can't. Okay. So, back in business on the defensive side of things. Alright. Well, obviously we're not dealing with Steph Curry like his Warriors gear might say, but see if we can't step back, knock down a little 3-ball. What the? Early? Is that because my stam was low? Alright, anyway, we'll still get the rebound, even though we don't have any rebound on this build. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a little green there on the meter dunk. No contact dunk animation. I need to get him under the hoop so we can get a little contact. But I think feel like we're playing around maybe a little bit too much on this one. Let's see if we can't dribble out, get a little midi fade on him. Boom, knock that one down. 13-3 at this point. I'm not feeling too, unconfident, or what you want to say. I think he's pretty much given up at this point, yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and just try to wrap this one up. We just blow by him, get the meter dunk. This was not the cleanest gameplay by any means. We're going to go ahead and get our W though any way we can. We'll see if we can do a little something here. Go ahead and we'll pop our take. We'll do a little pull up, knock that one down. 19-3. Again, probably not the cleanest gameplay in the world for this Derek White build. Again, like I said, it plays very similar to the Jaylen Brown one. We'll step back to end it. Boom. Knock it down. Plays very similar, a little bit different style. You don't quite to see the Hall of Fame interceptor and stuff showcased on the 1v1 court, but we got the W with the Derek White build. Let's head over and we'll show you guys the Penny Hardaway build. Alright, next up we have a build that in the right hands I think would be a very good build. I'm not like a true point guard or anything like that. I make a little bit here and there as far as plays goes and things like that, but I think in the right hands, this build would be a ton of fun to play on. As you can see on the offensive side of things, we got a 90 driving dunk, so we get the contact dunk animations and everything. We also put an 83 standing dunk on this one, so we could use that meter dunk when we get down low for bullying, smaller guards and everything like that down low. We're gonna have that 83 standing dunk. Same as prior on the other build, 87 mid-range. We went 77 on the 3-ball here. The playmaking, you can see 77. We're gonna get an 85 ball handle, which would be the highest ball handle I think on any of the builds that I have, and then the 75 speed with ball. And then on the defense, you can see pretty solid all around here too. As far as the defensive stats go, physicals are pretty solid as well. Like I said, the 6'8 PG, I think in the right hands would be a ton of fun. Let me show you the animations real quick. These are what I'm using on this, right, wrong, indifferent. But these are all the dribble animations and the different dribble pull-ups, jump shots, all that good stuff. And then, as I've showed you on some of the other ones, same jump shot you've seen in the previous videos. So let's head over real quick and we'll check out this gameplay on the 6'8 Penny Hardaway build. Alright, so now we are over on the 6'8 Penny Hardaway, I'm going to call it build. Not a true Penny Hardaway build necessarily, but it's more of like a two-way slashing playmaker type of a build. Got the nice driving dunk, obviously got some playmaking on it, and then the defense on this build is going to be very good as well. I decided to call it my Penny Hardaway build, even though we put the high standing dunk on it and some offensive rebound. I figured being 6'8", we definitely wanted to have, a little bit of that, especially if you're bullying some of them small guards down low. But that right there is why we made this type of build. 6'8", we got the contact dunks, able to drive to the rim. Put him in a little body bag here right away. We're off to a quick 2-0 start. See if we can't cook up just a little bit on this one. He's going to give us the open midi. Let's go ahead and knock that down. Make it a quick 4-0 lead for us here. Like I said before, I think this build in the right hands would definitely, be a lot of fun. Me not being a big dribble head, like a true point guard, I don't move and groove. I can't do all the flashy stuff. I guess never took the time to learn it. As you can see, he's basically quit on us already. It's 8-0 real quick on this one. I mean, I don't know if he's going to end up going out. We might end up facing an AI on this one. He's going to come back, try and play a little bit of defense, see if we can't cook up a little bit. He's going to give us that little midi again. We're going to step it back. See if we can't get the board. We got the board there. Back in business again. We'll hit him with a little hezzy. Ooh. Not exactly what we're looking for there. Tried to get another little contact dunks. Now we're going to show off some of the defense on this build. 8-0, we got a quick little 8-0 lead. Take him baseline. And he's able to green the layup on the baseline. Come on now, 2K. We got to fix some of these layups for NBA 2K25. That baseline cheese, I feel like you just make everything when you do that. So now we got to play, like I said, play a little bit of defense here. We're going to get in, hands up, boom, snag the rebound. We're back off and running. It's 8-2 right now. See if we can't feel a couple of combos. Step it back. He's going to give us that mid-range. We're going to go ahead and knock it down. 87 mid-range on this build. We're going to move this way. We'll spin, step it back. Fake work, we're going to go to the hoop. Step it back again. Hit him with a little midi pull-up. 12-2 at this point. Feeling pretty good about it, but like I said, this 6'8" build, having that 85 ball handle, having some solid defense, the contact dunks, being able to shoot, See if we can't do a little, oh, try to do a little meter dunk down low with that driving dunk. Not able to get it off. Try to force him in. He goes baseline again. See if we can't play a little hands up. Oh, we get a nice little block there from Penny. Put the 68 block in there. I recommend going 68 block on pretty much all the point guard builds if you can get it for sure. Just because you can get that chase down there. See if we can't knock one in his mitt. Oh. That 68 block, like I said, if you can get it, just gonna cheese me baseline, okay. Just to get those chase down animations. I mean, if you get beat going to the hoop or whatever and you don't have any block on your build, you're pretty much toast. So like I said, I definitely recommend doing that. As you see, he gets a little dunk there. Not even a meter dunk, but able to get a little contact dunk on me. Right now it's 6-12. He's still got a little bit of a lead. He's going to try to run again. My guess is he's going to try to go baseline. Basically what he's been doing the whole game. Able to wall him up. Back in business again. See if we can't cook up a little bit. Let's see if we can't get a little contact dunk here. See, make him think we're... Oh! Pull it for 3. Okay. Gonna try to go baseline again. This dude just living on the baseline. I was gonna go to the other baseline. Alright. This is actually quite comical at this point. Let's see if we can't step it back. Oh. Oh no. Oh, how did we miss that? Gonna try to go baseline on me. Can we push him out of bounds? No. I don't know why I just didn't get all the way down on the baseline. Whatever. It's 12-8 right now. I'm still feeling pretty good about this one. But like I was saying before, this build is so much fun. I'd like to get it in the hands of somebody who might know what they're doing a little bit. A little bit more than me as far as the dribbling and stuff goes, because I think you could definitely move on this build. As you can see, that's just on me for playing shitty defense. We got to be able to cut off that baseline a little bit, huh? He's going to dribble a little left. Dribble a little right. Try to go to the baseline again, probably. Oh, no. He's going to take it down the middle. Hands up. There we go. Get a little board. Alright, now we're back in action. Now we're going to get a couple of quick buckets. Otherwise, we're going to get this one out of hand if we end up playing with our food a little bit too much. We're going to take it baseline ourselves. Do a little baseline cheese dunk. Make this one 14-10. Just about got our takeover. We're going to see if we can maybe get another couple of greens here and get some Mamba. Step it back. Knock it down. Boom. 54% to Mamba, 17-10 at this point. We get the little slithery, get by him. At this point, we're not going to be able to get our Mamba. Let's go ahead and put on some slashing takeover. See if we can't get him a contact dunk. He's going to go sit under the hoop for us, even better. Oh my god, I missed it. That's going to go in. That's the way we're going to wrap up this one. That's going to be the 6-8 Penny Hardaway build. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, next up we got the 6'9 Jason Tatum build. You can see the mirror in the background. This is one I made very early in the year. I showed you guys the build. I actually showed you guys this one has the Jason Tatum jump shot and everything on it. But really fun build, good all around, solid build. Not like a primary ball handler, but you play like the small forward position. I play, like I said, a lot of rec, shooting guard, small forward type position. On it, you can see 77 driving layups, so you get that float game on gold. 94 driving dunk. We get the high post control on this as well with that 84 mid-range, so you can definitely do some work in the post on this one. 83 ball. Playmaking is going to be very solid to some of the other ones that I showed you prior. Just that 76 ball handle, 75 speed with ball. Still able to get the job done. You get a lot of the Jason Tatum animations. I'm going to show you those here in just a second. And then the defense is really solid as well. The 87 perimeter defense, 81 steal, 68 block for bronze chase down. And then I did put rebounding on this one, being 6'9". Felt like I needed to have a little bit of rebounding. And then the physicals, as you can see, are overall pretty solid as well. As far as the animations go, I did put as many of the Jason Tatum animations on this build as possible. You can see all the ones I've got here. The ones I did put on are like the dribble pull-up. The Jason Tatum dribble pull-up is just so bad. So I put the Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up. You can see a lot of the dribble animations are going to be Tatum animations. And then I also rock in the Jason Tatum jump shot with Tari Eason and Kobe Brown. There's the blend. Let's head over to the 1v1 court and check out the Jason Tatum gameplay. Alright, so next up we've got the 6'9 Jason Tatum build. I brought this one to you guys pretty early in the year. See, we get a little rip right out the gate. Quick, easy little dunk on this build. 2-0, quick lead here, but this one's 6'9". It's a kind of a taller version of that Jaylen Brown type of a build. As you see, we'll do a little step back, little midi fade. We clank it there, of course, like I told you earlier. Struggle a little bit in the opening, but we get the rebound. We run to the baseline. We go ahead and get a little quick dunk to make this one 4-0. I brought this one to you guys earlier in the year, and I don't know, probably one of the first, I think, to find that Jason Tatum jump shot and make it, popular. Boom, 94 driving dunk, catch him with a body, 6'9". This build was a ton of fun. I still use this one quite a bit, actually. It's one of my favorite builds just because it can do a little bit of everything. And we made it, like I said, as much like Jason Tatum as possible. We put the Jason Tatum signature moves on there, the jump shot, all that stuff. But I feel like I was probably one of the early ones to find that Jason Tatum jump shot. Obviously everybody uses like the T-Mac jump shot and Patty Mills and all that stuff now, but I really like the Jason Tatum jump shot on the builds that I couldn't get the T-Mac base on. I have this one on a couple of my other ones. You see I get bodied up there, but the build actually does have pretty solid defense. You can see. Let's get back into the gameplay a little bit here, though. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. This one's 6'4". Catch him with a little animation there. Get the rebound. We're back off and running. Not going to bore you with the details here. We clank a little midi fade, get the ball back, reach in, whatever. We're back at it. He gets a bucket, 6-6 quick on this one. Now we're going to have to play a little defense. We're going to have to get the ball back. You see, he tries to do a little step back. My guess, he's probably trying to get a contact dunk there, but we bait him into having to take and contest a jump shot, and now we got the ball. We are off and running again. Like I said, this one's 6-6. We do a little hezzy, try to get to the rim. Boom, contact dunk animation again. Like I said, 6'9" with a 94 driving dunk. Very fun build to have. I think it plays all slot, like a Jason Tatum build would. You can see we try to do a little midi fade there. I mistimed the crap out of it. Again, like I told you, I play a ton of rec, and when I come in here to the theater, I feel like my timing gets jacked up a little bit, and sometimes it takes a little bit for me to get into a little bit of a flow. As you can see, he misses the contact dunk there. We back it out to the three-point line. Boom. Knock down the three ball real quick. It's 11-6 on this one. A little between the legs. Fumbled the animation there. Gave him the ball. I don't know why he didn't just go straight to the rim there, honestly, but now he's back in action. I'm going to force him to shoot. I see he's trying to rim run here early on, so we force him into the jump shot. Fast forward a little bit through some of these animations where we're doing some dumb stuff back and forth. Finally, we do get the ball back again here eventually, and like I said, it's 11-6 at this point. We hit him with another contact dunk. That 94 driving dunk, even though I feel like 89 or 90 is a little bit more of a sweet spot, you can still get plenty of dunks with that. The 94 driving dunk is pretty wicked. You can see there we finally get that midi timing down. We're using the Kobe Bryant pull-up. I tried using the Jason Tatum pull-up animation, and man, I tell you, it just was not for me. That thing is so stiff and so ugly, but we get the little layup animation there, as you see. This one is 17-6. We're getting close to wrapping it up. Get him here with just a little quick blow by. We work into the post. I was going to do like a little post fade, but he jumped and went past me, and I ended up trying to do a little scoop there. I ended up doing a little turnaround, like a little layup there. We go ahead and throw on the sharp take. We're going to try to take him into the post one more time here to see if we can wrap this one up. 19-6. We hit him with a little post fade animation. Green, boom. We get the win here. Let's move on to the Luka build. All right, let's keep it rolling. Next build on the list is going to be my 6'9" Luka Doncic / Larry Bird build. I originally made this as my Larry Bird build, as you can see here, 6'9". Really fun build. As you can see, we got the 84 driving layup, so you get some very nice layup animations. 75 driving dunk, still gets the like athletics off one. A lot of the really solid dunk animations. Just doesn't get contact dunks or anything like that. Put a little bit of post control in here so we could work in the post. As you can see, that 92 mid-range if it was maxed out all the way on this, along with the 85 three ball. This is definitely one of my better shooting builds. That's why I called it my Larry Bird build. And I think it's been a fun, Luka Doncic type build. We're doing step back threes and doing some of that crazy stuff too. Really solid on the playmaking, being 6'9". We got the 80 ball handle, the 75 speed with ball. Luka not known for defense, but when I originally made this as the Larry Bird build, you can see it's very similar stats to some of these other ones. The 60 defensive rebound, same thing before, being 6'9". Definitely feel like you want to have a little bit of rebounding on there. And then the physicals, pretty solid all in all on this one. Animations real quick. I know you guys always ask for the animations. That's why I'm just going to zip through these real quick. Screenshot it if you want to take a look, or pause the video if you want to take a look at the different animations. And then for the jump shot. You guys have seen this one before. The only difference on this one is I put Terrence Mann and Kyle Korver releases on it to go along with the Tracy McGrady base. You can see the jump shot here. Let's head over to the 1v1 court and check out the Luka Doncic gameplay. Alright, so next up we're going to have the 6'9" Luka Doncic / Larry Bird build. When we initially did this one, played in defense right there, kind of like Luka. When I initially bought you this build, I did have it as a Larry Bird build. Very good offensively, very good shooting, higher layup on this one. The defense is probably a little bit too much if you're going to make it a Luka type build. Not really a two-way type is Luka really known for. But this build here, really solid defense, but I thought offensively it really set up to be a Luka. As you see, we kind of missed the midi fade there. We get the ball back, we lay it up, and this one is 2-2. It has the 90 mid-range. It's got an 85 3 ball. We put the Luka step back on it, nice and clean. As you see, I kind of messed up the animation there, but we go ahead and knock down that midi fade to make this one 4-2. But again, this is a very fun build. This one doesn't have contact dunks. So you can see I missed the floater there. I don't know how he missed that. That bar was half green. But we get the rebound, we put it back up, and it's 6-2. This is definitely the highest layup build I have on any of mine. As you see, we hit the little Euro step right there, talking about the layups. But, I don't have any of them 91 plus layup type builds. I guess it's just the old head in me. I would rather have the higher driving dunk, or some shooting, defense, whatever, than to have one. As you see, we try to step back, knock down the 3 there. We miss it, so this one's 8-2. We kind of takes a bad shot there. We did a nice little contest. We're back off and running on the offensive side of things, but again, this build's very offensive heavy. Can shoot out by the hash. As you see, we pull up, knock one down in his mitt to make it 11-2. With that 85 3 ball, you have the bronze limitless, and then that 90 mid-range. You can just do so much in the mid-range area. And then again, that 84 layup, you can see the floaters and stuff we're hitting here with the animations. The 84 layup gets you access to a lot of very good layup animations and everything. As you see, we try to hit them with another floater there. Really try to kind of mix up the gameplay on this one a little bit. Try not to play the same on all of these builds. I feel like tend to get into a rhythm where you're, playing a lot very similar on all of the different builds. So with this build in particular, just because of the way it's set up, it's got the 75 post control too. As you see, I try to hit a couple of post fades there. I got sharp take. I don't know what I'm doing. But like I said, try to mix up the gameplay a little bit. Try to make these so they weren't all the same video per se. But we try to play some pretty solid defense there, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, he decides to go Luka mode and just lets him right by, gets a free bucket. So it's 15-4 at this point. You can see I get crossed up. Boom, he knocks down a little jumper there, makes it 15-6. I know the defense is good on this build, but I see I started playing more like Luka, backing up, just letting him get by me. Hits the little scoop, but he does go ahead and miss that one. So now we're back off and running. We still have our sharp take, I guess, the Mamba take, whatever you want to call it. Try to knock down the little midi fade. We don't get it, but we get the quick rebound and lay it back up to make it 17-6. Not the cleanest little chain of events right there, but you see we get the nice little Luka step back, and I smoked the clip. It was so clean too. If I'd have been able to knock that one down, that would have been nice. I really wanted to knock down the Luka step back to try to end this one. Thought right there would be a perfect opportunity, but we give him the ball back. It's 17-6, and I'm going to end up zipping through some of these highlights here. As you see, he gets to the hoop, he gets a little scoop, and just goes back up, gets that little layup. 17-8. We're going to skip through this next little set where not a lot happens. If we get some dumb shots, just some dumb things happening. I don't want to waste your time with all this. So we're going to go ahead and speed through this and get back into the gameplay here in just a second. But while we're playing on the Luka build, what do you guys think about the NBA Finals? Do you guys think the Mavs can pull this thing off, or do you think the very heavily favored Boston Celtics are going to go ahead and finally get their first NBA championship with this run of guys or whatever? But let me know down below in the comments what you think. Can Luka help carry the Mavs with Kyrie to a W or not? But back into business here. You can see we get the little scoop to make it 19-8. Now, I really wanted to try, like I said, to try to hit one of them Luka step backs to end it. You see, we kind of get stuck into like a pull-up animation. We don't get the full Luka there, so I mistime the crap out of it. So 19-8, and then we get the little dribble out of bounds. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. You see we lost our Mamba takeover, but we get the ball top of the key. Just kind of gives up this point. We just hit a little midi fade. Finish this one out. So that's going to do it for the Luka build. We're going to move on to the next one now, which is going to be the Kawhi Leonard build. Let's go. All right, keeping things rolling along, the next build is going to be my Kawhi Leonard type build. Probably one of my favorite face creations that I've done this NBA 2K24 as well. Remember, if you guys want to see the face creations or all these builds, I'm going to leave cards at the end of the video. I'll also leave links to the playlist to all of the face creations and builds that I've done in NBA 2K24 down below. But let's go ahead and take a look at this build real quick. It's kind of a hybrid between like the Tatum build that I did, and then some of the other stuff like the 6'8" Penny Hardaway type build. As you can see, we put an 80 driving dunk on this one. You get the Devin Booker dunk package, which is very nice, along with some of those other nice dunk packages. No contact dunks or anything. Put the 83 standing dunk on here as well. As you can see over on the defensive side of things, we got an 85 O board on this one, so I want to be able to get rebounds and then use the meter dunk or whatever down low to be able to flush the ball back and everything. So we went with that. Similar to the Tatum, we went with 84 mid-range, 77 3-ball on this one. Playmaking going to be very similar to some of the other ones I showed you as well, just a 70 on this one. Not going to be a ball handler. This one's made to be more of like a power forward type of a build. Defense all around pretty solid. You can see the interior, 85 perimeter, 60 steal for the bronze interceptor, 87 block, and I mentioned the 85 offensive rebound to go along with the 60 defensive rebound. So very good rebounding build indeed. Physical is very solid. We put a 90 strength and then the 80 vertical on there for helping get them blocks and rebounds. Similar to the other one with the 70 ball handle, you get a lot of the animations. I'm using very similar animations. Again, if you want to screenshot it, pause it, do whatever you want to check those out. And then because we only have the 84 mid-range, I'm using the same jump shot as the Jason Tatum build. You can see we got the base, Tari Eason, Kobe Brown. There's the jump shot. Let's get in and check out the Kawhi Leonard gameplay. It's going to be my, I guess I'm going to call it my Kawhi Leonard build. I guess if you were thinking of a build that was a Kawhi Leonard or the Claw, would probably have a little bit higher steal. This one's only got the 60 steal on it, but it's a lot more defensive oriented. As you see, we get a quick run to the rim, get a 2-0 lead on this one. A little more defensive oriented than some of the other builds that I've got. It's still got the high perimeter. It's only got the 60 steal, but it's got the 87 block. It's got the high offensive rebound. A little bit in interior on it as well. And then we put that standing dunk up there as well, so that when we do get those offensive boards, we're able to either, meter dunk or just go up quick with a regular, like under the basket type of a dunk. Just be a little bit faster, putting that offensive rebound back. As you see, we get a little contest as he goes for a midi little fade there, and we're back off and running. The build also has just enough ball handle and movement to be able to, do a few things as well. We got the Jason Tatum base on there. You see we knock down the mid-range jumper. We take a little 4-0 lead here. But, we can move a little bit on this build. You see we get a little hezzy. We get to the rim. Probably should just went for like a reverse dunk or something there. Instead, I kind of get myself jammed up, and now we're stuck, and he ends up getting a bump on me. And at this point, I'm kind of screwed, so I just put it up. Whatever. But now we got to play some defense. We reach in real quick, trying to get a quick steal on him, but we're down 4-0 at this point. Definitely gonna have to play a little bit of defense, get the ball back. Doing these videos, I think, is probably best. It was kind of the make it take it rather than the losers outs. Some of those videos would have probably got quite long. As you see, he misses the meter dunk there. I thought about shooting the 3 there. Might have been just a little far out for this one, but we try to back it up again. We pull, boom, knock it down. Just high 70s 3-ball in this one, but we got the 80s, 84 mid-range on there as well. So we still able to get that Tatum jumper, knock down that shot consistently. So we got a quick 7-0 lead. I tried to do a little midi pull up there again. Try to do a little bit more in the mid-range on this one, make it a little bit more of a quiet build, or a quiet effect, I guess. Kind of play a little bit more like him. Kawhi not known for sniping out on the 3-point line or anything like that, but you see we get the rebound there, and then we're off and running here. We get a little quick blow by, drive to the hoop, and get fouled. I mean, we don't get fouled. He gets the little block or gets the contest, whatever you want to call it, but we're still up 7-0, playing some good defense here. You see we get a little wall up animation. He tries to back us down, gonna go up with it. We get a nice little contest. He gets his own rebound and then tries to do like a meter dunk and misses it, so we get the rebound here. We're back in business again. 7-0. As you see, we do a little pull up, knock it down again with that mid range. Like I said, 84 mid range. You got the gold midi magician on this one. Solid jump shot and everything. So We're knocking it down. We take a little 9-0 lead. We get to the hoop there, and this build has the 80 driving dunk on it too. So it's got the Devin Booker dunk package, which is a very nice dunk package. If you don't get contact dunks and you have an 80 driving dunk, I highly recommend putting on that Devin Booker dunk package. As you see, we get under the hoop, we get a quick little standing dunk there. That Devin Booker's got a lot of nice like tomahawk animations and a lot of like really quick dunk animations. So it just helps you finish around the rim. You know, like I said, if you don't have contact dunks there, you see we try to go up for a little midi fade. 13-0. I'm still feeling pretty good about this one. He shoots from the outside, knocks one down, makes it 13-3. But again, I'm still feeling pretty confident at this point, just based on the way that he's been playing and the build that we got. Like I said, has a little bit of extra defense. It's got the block on it. It's got the perimeter on it. Got solid rebounding. You see we're getting bumpy right there a little bit. Kind of got him stuck out in the corner. Not sure if he's what he's thinking here. He's just trying to slow it up, get me thinking a little bit. Pulls back, shoots kind of a limitless 3 and misses. So we get the rebound, back in business again here. We do a little crossover. Look at that move. Get to the hoop. A little dunk there. Trying to do a little something saucy, you know what I'm saying? But 15-3 at this point. Gonna knock down the 3 ball there. Make it 18-3. Again, very fun build to play on. A little bit more, I keep saying this, a little more defensive oriented than some of the other ones. You see we get the little blow by scoop layup there. We don't even have our layup up very high. I think it was, a 51 or something like that, but we're still getting the nice little scoop animation there. At this point, it's 20-3. We're going to go ahead and try to wrap it up here. We put the sharp take on. Try to knock down a little midi fade. We don't get it. Reach in. 20-3. Again, at this point, still feeling pretty confident about it. Let's go ahead and play this one out here. Get a little bumpy. Not quite sure what to do. Trying to force him to shoot the deep 3. Still trying to get to the hoop. Steps back. Tries to get to tries to knock down a little, a little leaner fade. I don't know what that was. But we end up walking it back. I know I don't get contact dunks, so we're going to go ahead and hit him with a little bit of a floater, even with that 51 driving layup. But that's going to do it for the Kawhi build. Let's check out the Giannis build next. All right, keeping this thing rolling. We're nearing the end here. This next build is going to be my 6'10 build. I originally made it as my Paolo Banchero build, but I've since recently changed it over to a Giannis build. You can see the Giannis face creation, another one of my favorites that we've done here in NBA 2K24. The build is an inside the arc threat. Again, it's 6'10". Some of the things we put on this build, we put an 81 close shot because we have the 92 offensive rebound, as you can see over there on the right-hand side. Also with the 81 standing dunk, and then we put an 89 driving dunk on this build as well. I think it really represents Giannis really well. I think, you'd obviously probably have a little higher driving layup. You can see I don't have it upgraded all the way here, but, Giannis doing the Euro steps, different things like that. Probably not quite as high in the shooting either, but we put an 85 mid-range so we could be able to get all different types of jump shots. One of my favorite is the David Robinson base. You guys probably seen that in my big man jump shot video. You can use that one on this build. You can use a variety of other big man jump shots. 77 3 ball, so we can still be effective shooting the 3. And then we went with a 75 pass accuracy, 75 ball handle, and then we got to get that 40 speed with ball so that we can get the normal dribble style and be able to move around a little bit. Defense, not too bad. Again, this build is kind of made to be more of like a power forward type build at 6'10". Although I do get matched up as the center in the rec a lot, and with that 92 rebound with the gold rebound chaser, even though you only have a 60 defensive rebound, very solid even at the center position. You can see the physical is pretty solid here, 84 on the strength, 80 vertical, all around real solid build. Show you guys the animations real quick. You can see this is what we're running with. Having that 70 ball control gives you access to some pretty decent dribble animations, being 6'10". We get the normal dribble style, as I mentioned, with that 40 speed with ball. And then the jump shots, you can see some of the different ones we're running here. Right now, I believe, currently, I double check that. I'm currently running this one right here, the Jonathan Isaac with the Tim Duncan and Christian Wood releases. If you guys want to see my big man jump shots, I'll leave a link to that video too down below in the description if you want to go check it out. I got like 3 or 4 different ones in there, but without further ado, let's head over to the 1v1 court and check out this Giannis gameplay. One of my favorite ones. This is a more recent build I did for you guys. I did it as the Paolo Banchero build. You see we get a nice little block right out the gate there. The Paulo Banchero build, but looking at the stats and everything, other than maybe the 40 speed with ball, which you can obviously still move with in NBA 2K24 with the right animations and everything on it, I felt like the stats were a lot like Giannis. I mean, maybe the 3 ball's a little bit high on it, but he's got developed a decent little mid-range game and everything. So 85 still probably a little bit high for Giannis, but I figure the way the rest of the defense and all that stuff was set up, it would play very good. So we decided to turn the Paulo Banchero build into Giannis. And for this gameplay, definitely if it was going to be a Giannis type of a build, we would have that driving layup up a little bit higher to help with them Euro steps and do some stuff like that. But we forced the deep 3 there, forced the little ball pickup, shoots the air ball. We're down 3-0 on this one, so we definitely need to get a little something going here, get some momentum going. This one was recorded pretty late at night, I'm not gonna lie. We tried to get a little crossover there, tried to get the driving dunk. We got the 89 driving dunk on this build. Being 6'10", very fun to have, obviously. Plus we have the high standing dunk as well, so when we get those O-board down low, we're able to go up real quick with either a meter dunk or a standing dunk. We got the driving dunk on there. Like I said, 70 ball handle, we can move. I definitely feel like it plays a lot like a Giannis build does. See, we get the nice little wall up there, pulled on the board. Back in business here, we get a little crossover animation. I tried to do a scoop there. I think we got like a 50 something, but we get that offensive board and boom, we're able to green the meter dunk. We don't have the 90 standing dunk, obviously, which would be very nice to have on this build. We had to give a little bit up in order to get some of these other stats, but we have the 80 plus, so we're still able to get some of the big man contact dunks to go along. With being able to meter dunk and stuff down low. That's why I said it plays a lot like a Giannis type of a build. Giannis crashing the O-boards and then, post rise and whatnot. Step back, try to hit a little bit of a 3 ball there. You see we're running the Jonathan Isaac base in this video here, but he does the same thing, tries to pull 3, we get the rebound. We're back at it. We're still down 2-3, so we definitely need to get something going. Tried to do a little Euro step, turned into a kind of a half scoop, whatever you want to call it. We're still able to green it though, so we're able to take a 4-3 lead. Now I'm just trying to cook up a little bit. I tried to go for a contact dunk there. Gets me, bumps me, knocks me a little bit off the game, and now I'm just trying to get some stamina back, get back to the hoop. As you can see, he ends up reaching in, and we have to reset things here. But that 40 speed with ball, I know a lot of people can move, but me myself not being a superb ball handler by playmaker, whatever you want to call it, by any means. I'd probably feel more comfortable if I was going to remake this build. You see we get the offensive board, able to green another meter dunk down low. If I was going to remake this build, I'd probably put like mid-60s speed with the ball on it at least. You see we get a little step back there, knock down the 3 ball, make it 9-3. I don't know. Maybe it's placebo. Maybe it's just in my head that the 40 speed with ball was, obviously you can make it work, but I don't know. I just feel like I need the higher speed with ball on my dunk. But you see we're able to get the offense, or on my build, you see we get the offensive board. We're able to knock down another offensive rebound plus the dunk combination on the putback. Puts us up 11-3. We do a little step back here. At this point, I'm trying to see if we can get some contact dunks or anything, but he ends up walling me up, and I'm stuck trying to do a little midi, like, I don't know, post spin, or post fade, whatever you want to call it. He's pretty much dead set on shooting that 3 ball, so I'm just going to let him shoot right at this point. He's really not knocking him down. So it's 11-3. We're back at it. We pull up, bang, knock it down. We're able to make it 14-3. We're off and running. Thinking we're sitting pretty good at this point, and like I said, this one was getting a little bit late at night, so probably not the cleanest gameplay of them all, but try to get in a little scoop there. Keep thinking we got a higher layup than I actually have on this. I think it was like a 50, 40 something. I think I showed you guys at the beginning. I forget what the layup was, but if it was going to be a true Giannis build, I'd love to have this build with like a mid 80s to a 90s, low 90s layup on it, and really be able to utilize the Euro steps and the scoops and really make it kind of a bully, type of a build with some high strength, just a bulldozer Giannis Zion type of a build. But getting back to the gameplay here, you see it's 14-5. He gets by, gets a little, I don't know how I didn't get a contest on that one actually, but it's going to be 14-7 at this point. I'm just going to let him, I'm trying to back up, just let him shoot. Obviously, he hasn't really knocked down too much from the outside, but he's trying to cook up a little bit, tries to go back to the 3 ball, ends up getting by me, makes the layup. Gonna make it 14-9. Still not too worried on this one. No, I still got to play some defense, but not the strongest of opponents, whatever. But he gets by me there again. I'm pretty sure he was trying to go for a dunk and got put into a pull-up animation. I think we've all been there before, but I go ahead and back it out. I'm thinking I'm going to knock down the 3 ball, and, you know, like I said, went ahead and smoked it, but it was late. We're just going to blame it on being late, being tired. No, I should have knocked that one down, honestly, but so we're back at it. We're 14-9, but you know, like I said, this build's been a ton of fun. I made it, you know, probably a month or so ago. Don't have it quite grinded all the way out yet. I'd like to maybe try to get the layup and stuff a little bit higher on it with some of these other things. Try to do a little contact dunk animation there. Got fouled. One thing I noticed, the 40 speed with ball, kind of going back to that, the contact dunks aren't as easy, as I say that, I green one there, aren't as easy maybe to pull off. Maybe just you lose a little bit of that extra momentum. I don't know. Again, call it placebo, call it what you want. You see we get to the hoop there. We're able to kind of bully them a little bit. You know, I was talking about that earlier, playing a little bully ball and getting some layups. Kind of got one of those animations there. You know, we got the Hall of Fame Pro Touch on this one because we have that high, whatchamacallit, close shot on this build. You know, that's another thing. It didn't really showcase it too much, but we have like a 81 close shot on this, so I probably could have got into the post a little bit and, you know, post hooked them, or, you know, done some of that type stuff too. But I figured having that high offensive rebound, you know, just having the standing dunk and then putting some of that close shot on there, as you see, like half that bar was green. Went ahead and smoked another one. You know, like I said, not always the cleanest gameplay from your boy. Just your average guy playing 2K. You know, nothing super flashy, you know, anything like that. Just trying to get dubs on some of these builds. You know, you're definitely going to see the mistakes. I try not to cut out any of the gameplay, so you're not only going to see the good, but you're going to see the bad and the ugly as well. Right there, we saw some good. We got a nice little block on that one. Currently sitting still at 18-9. Again, still feeling pretty confident about this one as he gets the shot clock violation, and we're back in business here. We're going to go ahead and try to wrap this thing up. As you can see, you know, not the cleanest shooting game by any means, but we just try to bully him to the hoop. We get a little Euro step there. I mean, it wouldn't be a Giannis video if we didn't at least try to pull off 1 Euro. I mean, come on now. But anyway, this one's 20-9. We're going to go ahead and we're going to step back. We're going to wrap this one up. We're going to put this one home with a little meter dunk. That's going to do it for the Giannis build. Next build up is going to be our Karl Anthony Towns build, so let's go ahead and check that one out. Alright, our second to last build on the list is going to be my Karl Anthony Towns build. I also had this one as a Dirk build, and I think I even tried to make it a Jokic build earlier in the year. You can see it's an inside-out threat, and it's pretty solid all-around build. You know, being 6'11", you can see the offensive stats here, the 81 close shot when it's maxed out. The 87 driving layup, again, I made this build very early in the year. I'd put 78 on it at minimum if I was going to make it now, to be able to get not only the Jokic but the Sabonis if you are a starter 3. Layup animation, 75 driving dunks, so you get a lot of the good you know, dunk animations, even though you don't have contact dunks. We will have 81 standing dunk and then 85 post control once you have it maxed out. So really solid on the finishing side. Again, 72 in the mid-range, more of a spot up in the mid-range, and then an 85 3-ball. Just like Cat can be a knockdown shooter from the outside. Playmaking overall is very solid. Defense is okay. You know, like I said, it's probably going to be like a true Cat build. You know, not spectacular on the defense, but just enough to get it done. And then the physicals here, you can see what we're rocking with. Real quick again, going to show you guys the animations. Very similar to what I just showed you with the Giannis build, 70 ball handle. Very similar type setup as far as that goes. And then on this one, I am using... called it Dirk. It's not the Dirk base, but it is that David Robinson jump shot that I was telling you guys about earlier. It's got the Duncan and Julius Randle releases. There's the blend on it. It's another one of those big man jump shots that I showed you. But let's head over and check out this Cat gameplay, and then we'll get into the last build. Alright, so here we go. This one is going to be our 6'11" Karl Anthony Towns build. 6'11" with that 85 3-ball. Again, this is a build that I made very early in the year. I think we did it as kind of a Dirk Nowitzki. I think I even tried to pull it off as like a Nikola Jokic, I said, type of a build. But 6'11", got a 70 ball handle, you know, can shoot pretty solid. As we go ahead and Smoked the first one right on cue there. But the more and more I thought about it recently, over the last handful of times I've played on this build, I thought this is a perfect cat build. I mean, it's got the 85 3-ball. It's got some decent defense. It's not spectacular. We got a little bit of post on it. We got some standing dunk on it. I think the build itself has like a 77 layup, which is one thing I said in the intro for the build that I definitely screwed up on. If I would have went 78, we could have put the Jokic layup style, and then eventually when you get to starter 3 and you can get that glitchy Sabonis layup style, would have wanted that too. But 77, you still get the floater on Hall of Fame or on gold. As you can see, we try to do a little floater there. We got bumped into an animation. He gets the ball there, puts it in. We're down 4-0 real quick. So we're definitely gonna have to D up and try to get the ball back on this one. But all in all, like I said, Cat can do a little bit, just a little bit with the ball handle, nothing too crazy. Definitely can shoot the 3. Probably one of the best shooting big men. Especially when he's on fire. Some of them series, he kind of disappeared a little bit, but then there was other games where he stepped up and had some crazy good games. You see, we missed the scoop there. We probably shouldn't have missed that one. That was a very big green window in theory. But it's got the 83 defensive rebound down there. We got the silver rebound chaser. Just a little bit of block, a little bit of steal, and everything. So, like I said, thought it was a perfect cat type build. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and rock it with. So, we're into this one. We're down 4-0. Again, this one I think I recorded this one right after the Giannis build. So this one was getting a little later in the evening for your boy. So it took me a couple minutes to get things moving here, but we're off and running with the dunk there, and now it's 4-2. And is it just me, or when you say Karl Anthony Towns, you just gotta say Carl? I think that's like one of those things, like when you yell and one, when you get an and one, like every time you see Karl Anthony Towns, you see his dunk animation or something, you gotta yell that awkward like Carl name or whatever. I don't know, maybe it's just me and my guys, but we do it all the time every time that Karl Anthony Towns dunk triggers. But you see we get the rebound here anyway, getting back to the gameplay. This one's off to a really slow start, 4-2. Try to go for a little floater there. He smacks that one back to half court. Definitely need to get a little something going here. We're struggling a little bit on both sides. Neither he or I are able to kind of get anything going here. So I said, you know what? It's time to kind of kick it in gear here. So we knock down the 3-ball just like Cat would from deep. Makes it a quick 5-4 lead for us. And I kind of said, that's about enough of this. So we get a little between the legs, get to the hoop, stop, wait for him to jump, get a nice little standing dunk there. Now we go ahead and we take a 7-4 lead. We got a little bit of momentum now here after knocking down a couple of shots. So we did a little spin into the step back, a little crossover. We gotta get bumped there, step it back, reset, get to the hoop, boom, hit him with a little layup. Nice big green window. 77 layup on a big man is obviously very nice to have. Like I said, you get the gold float game. We get some other nice gold badges as well. We get to the hoop there, we convert on a little layup, even though there was contact. You see the fearless finisher popping up there, so we're able to finish with some contact down this, being 6'11". Here you see we're Cat's trying to cook up a little bit, something a little bit different, try to bully him into the paint a little bit. That didn't work, so I decided to back it up, hit him with a cross, step back. Probably should have knocked that down. I kind of sold the clip on that one. That one was looking pretty good there for a little bit. So now we're back. We got to play some defense again. We're down 11-4 at this point. He tries to step it back and knock down the shot. I don't know if he was trying to get back to the 3-ball or not, but ends up with the mid-range. And this guy didn't have his mid-range up very high, so he wasn't able to make that. You see we pull up here, knock down the 3-ball, 14-4. This build, like I said, with that 85 3-ball, able to get that David Robinson base, which is one that I really like. You'd also be able to get the Chris Bosh base and the, I believe, the Michael Porter Jr. if you're starter 3 as well. So, very consistent shooting bases, some of the best big man shooting bases in the game. You can definitely get on this type of a build. You see we're doing a little cross. We wait for him to jump again. This time he's able to recover, though, able to get the contest. So 16-4. He's going to have to start, chucking up some shots here if he wants to try to catch up or try to just take a bunch of easy buckets. He chooses to catch it, or to chuck it, I should say. This is a shot we pull down the board, 16-4, and I'm like, you know what, we've had enough of this. Let's go ahead and knock down some buckets and get this one over. We do a little spin, step back, crossover, go to the rim. We get the nice little dunk animation there, which is going to make it 18-4. And there's really only one way to go ahead and finish off a video like this with a cat build, we do a couple spins. We're trying to cook up a little bit. We're able to do so. But we get to the rim. We knock it down. I wanted to shoot a 3 there and really finish it cat style, but anyway, we're able to still get to the rim. You can see we're moving pretty good on this 6'11" build. Like I said, definitely a very fun build. A couple of crosses there, step it back, knock one down in his face for the game. That's going to do it for the Karl Anthony Towns build, 6'11", 85 3-ball. Let's hit into the last one. Alright, last but certainly not least on the build is going to be my 7'3" demigod. It is my Kristaps Porzingis, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama type of a build. Yes, I went 7'3". If you guys remember, I did some videos on this one, both as we did the 5 Victor Wembanyama's and the wreck with Dignify. If you guys remember that one, that was a lot of fun. I did a lot of Chet videos on this one earlier, but real solid all-around build. Even though you're 7'3", you can see the different animations we get on the offensive side of things here. 65 driving dunk unlocks the Dwight Howard dunk package, along with some of the other pretty decent dunk packages, to be honest. 83 standing dunk and then 85 post control. 90 mid-range and 85 3-ball. This build is a knockdown shooter, a ton of fun. It can fade in the mid-range, do a lot of crazy things. Real nice pass accuracy. You know, ball handle only goes up to a 60 on this one, but still pretty solid being 7'3". And then we do have the 40 plus. I probably could have left it at 40 if I was going to make this build now. Speed with ball to get that normal dribble style. And then you can see the defense, pretty solid. 82 interior, 87 block, 85 defensive rebound. We have the 84 strength and then the 74 vertical, being 7'3". Really nice, solid all-around build. As far as the animations go, I just told you guys, you know, we just get the normal dribble style and then a lot of the normal animations. I threw in a couple of the other ones that you get outside of those. That we've got available to us. You can see the different jump shots and different animations there. And then for the jumper on this one, I am using the same jump shot, the David Robinson, Julius Randle. This one I got the LaMarcus Aldridge instead of Tim Duncan. There's the blend. Let's head over and check out this last gameplay on the 7'3" Victor Wembanyama build. Let's go. And certainly not least is going to be my 7'3" Victor Wembanyama build. See them right out the gate there. We missed the layup. We're able to get the offensive board though and slam it home. When I originally brought this one to you guys, we did it as Chet Holmgren. This build is so much fun to play on, being 7'3". I missed it right there, but this build at 7'3" has a 90 mid-range. It has an 85 3-ball. You know, we're still able to move a little bit. We got we got the plus 40, 42, I think it was, speed with ball. You know, so we're able to move a little bit. You can see we very consistent shot on this. We're using that David Robinson base that I just talked to you guys about in the last video. You know, very consistent. I love playing on this build. The only downfall, obviously, is that it's a little bit slow, being 7'3". We'll see if they change that for NBA 2K25. Just having some of the players that we have in the league right now with Wemby and with Chet, you know, Bol to an extent, you know, some of the new guys coming into the league. You got these guys that are, you know, 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot plus, that are moving like guards. I don't think that 2K will ever get to the point where they let a 7'3", you know, move like Kyrie or anything like that. I think that would just completely break the game, and everybody would want to do that. But you see, we're able to knock down a little bit of a floater on this one. I think we got a 70 driving layup as well. And then we get into some nonsense stuff again. I'm not going to waste your time too much with this one, but you know, we got a decent little driving dunk on this build. We got some standing dunk on it. You know, we're able to do quite a bit. Like I said, if you've seen any of the previous videos, I did some Chet Holmgren gameplay on this one a while back in the rec. You know, we were able to really cook up and do some things, you know, on the offensive and the defensive side there. See, we hit him with a little bit of cross. That's one I should knock down every time, and I've missed it a couple of times in this gameplay, with that 90 mid-range especially. One thing I really would like to have is for as much as I've played this game, I'm still not starter 3, which is kind of funny. Also, I haven't been on Rise, I've been on Elite, so probably missed out on a lot of it there, not getting that extra rep boost. But man, this build would be fun now that I'm thinking about it, having heat check on it. Maybe that's something we need to consider. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to switch affiliations over to Rise and try to get heat check yet before the end of the year and have some fun on some of these builds. I think this one definitely with heat check would be a lot of fun to play on. As you see, just leaves me wide open. I mean, you can't leave Wemby open. He's going to knock that thing down. We go ahead and knock down the 3-ball, make it 9-5. But let me know down in the comments. Like I said, do you guys want to see me switch affiliations? Maybe go to Rise and we'll try to get heat check, and then, you know, really try to do some crazy things on some of these builds. You know, this one would be really fun. The cat build that we just did, the Luka build that has the 85 3-ball. on it as well. You know, some of the others. Let me know down in the comments if it's something you guys want to see. We definitely could do it and test it out. So you see we're able to wall them up here, play some defense. 7'3", still some decent, you know, length on the arms. You know, going to be able to play good defense. The biggest downfall, like I mentioned on this build, is going to be that it's just a little bit slower. You know, if you're playing in the rec, you're playing zone, or you got a, you know, big man that's not all the way out on the perimeter. This build is so much fun. They made I mean, the tall builds are definitely effective. You see he gets the bump there as I say that, and he dunks on my head. But it was shot clock violation, so we got the ball back. Still a lot of fun. Like I said, very effective build. You know, even being 7'3", if they can just make a move just a touch faster, I think that would be a lot of fun. But as we say that, we go ahead and knock down another shot here, and then we get into some of the BS where we're just doing dumb stuff and not, you know, scoring a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this, but let me know down in the comments too before we wrap this video up, you know, what you guys want to see in NBA 2K25. Would you guys rather see, you know, builds that can do, you know, more things, kind of going back to like the demigod builds from like 2K17 and 16, you know, back in those days when the, you know, really tall builds could literally do everything. They could speed boost, move around, you know, quick? Or do you think that would just kill the game, you know, if everybody was running around on a 7-foot point guard, you know, like I said, moving like Kyrie and, you know, shooting like Larry Bird or whatever? You know, let me know what you think. See, we get a little step back there, even with our sharp take, we miss it. Really kind of fumbling around on this one. You know, not the cleanest of gameplays, like I said. I think I mentioned this a few times throughout the video. You know, I'm just a regular dude. Got the full-time job, got a family, got all that stuff. You know, I'm not an elite. I'm not Joe Knows. I'm not Bear to Beast. I'm not Brutal Sim. You know, any of those guys. You know, not that those guys are all necessarily the same tiers, whatever you want to call it. But see, we hit the little bit floater there. It's just your average dude trying to get wins on all of his builds in the 1v1 court. Something different. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to bring to you guys. You know, I definitely had some fun playing on all these builds. Some of them I haven't played on in quite a while. You know, trying to some of the different game styles or you know, just the way the players play. That's another one right there I should have knocked down. I mean, we got sharp take. Why aren't we knocking down these shots, JD? You know, some of the different styles. You know, we got some that shoot better mid-ranges, some that shoot 3 balls, some that have contact dunks. We had the penny build, can, you know, supposed to be able to move a little bit. Like I said, not like a true point guard or anything like that. So in the right hands, I think that build could be really phenomenal. You know, 6'8" and moving around. This build here, you see, we get the nice little floater there, just kind of right over top of him. Like I said, 7'3". We got the sharp takes, that just kind of helps a little bit as well. But boom, see, we're able to knock down the fade there. We're not going to miss that one again. 17-12 on this one. Just kind of in general though, I hope you guys really liked this video. Obviously it took a little bit of extra time and effort than some of my other ones. As you see, we pull up for another little fade there from 3. Come on, Victor. Way to close this thing out, make the video end on a good note. It's 20-12. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this one, doing all these different builds and everything. We get to the rim, we're able to finish this one out. That's going to wrap it up for all 10 builds. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I put a lot of time and effort into it. Like I said, all 10 builds, catching a W in the 1v1 court. I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, you saw the good, the bad, the ugly along the way. Let me know if you want to see some of the other challenge, you know, some different types of challenges and things like that before we close out NBA 2K24. Let me know what your favorite build was down in the comments. Also, let me know if you want me to switch to Rise, get the heat check, and have, you know, try to do some other crazy stuff on some of these builds as well. But again, appreciate you guys for sticking around. All the love and support that you guys have shown to me and the channel along the way through NBA 2K24. Drop a like for your boy, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.